The theme this year of America's Next Top Model is the future.
My name is Dee-man Johnson III. I'm 17 years old and I'm looking to be America's next top model. But don't talk about my gap, please.
Why did you choose blue contacts?
It's my eye color and I can't change it. They're not contacts. Here, I can show you. Look. See? Ah, god dang it, I poked my eyeball.
Do you think there's something culturally in America or even in your own country that is telling you that a lighter eye is prettier?
They're my eye color. I don't quite understand what you mean.
But at least you know. That's the power of at least knowing. Like, I know I'm such a slave with this damn thing on my head.
What does that have to do with my eye color? Today we're going to look at all 3 episodes of Reality Check inside America's Next Top Model. This show, oh my god, well, let's just talk about it first and then I'll give my opinions at the end. So this is our first person we're going to talk about. Her name is Shandi.
Shandi, did you ever think you could look that beautiful?
Why did you ask? Did you ever think you're going to look that beautiful? Did you ever think you were going to look like a cartoon character? These aren't just photoshopped. These are heavily edited. That's exactly what this is. It's an animated photo now. It's not even real. Did you ever think you could look like this? No, because I don't look like this. Look, I'm going to ask AI to make this amazing photo of me. Hey, look everybody, that's me. That's me, I'm so beautiful. Don't pay attention to this face. Pay attention to that one, because that's really me.
Shandi, did you ever think you could look that beautiful?
God, what a jerk thing to say. It's like saying, you're so ugly. Did you think that you could ever look good? Yeah, I think I can look good. But not when I look like a freaking cartoon, because nobody wants to get their peen stinky in a cartoon. This is Shandi and she works at Walgreens and she felt like this was going to be her big break. And just remember, this show wasn't promoted as a reality TV show back then. It was promoted as a show for women to have their big break into the modeling industry.
Does anybody hug you?
And now we're seeing people get exploited for their pain.
I don't know how she came from Walgreens to this. That's where they all come from, Walgreens and Dairy Queen.
That's where who all comes from? Teenagers? Well, no, duh. God. It's like they expect them to be a model all the way up until now. Sure, maybe they went to a few beauty pageants, but where else would they? That's such the stupidest thing to say, and I don't know why, but it feels kind of like they're above them. Like, yeah, look at these Walgreens and Dairy Queen employees. They were nothing until they stepped foot on my set. You just take photos, dude. You're not special. So this is probably one of the saddest parts, is that this lady had something devastating happen on the show. I usually like my show to be a little bit lighthearted and fun, but there's no way to make this fun or lighthearted. She was date raped. They even show us the rape, and God, it's so messed up here. She said that they don't have anything to eat. She drank about 2 bottles of wine, and then they brought these guys over, and they put them all in a tub together, and they were kissing on each other, and she says she doesn't remember any of this. You're surrounded with people, and nobody could stop it. Obviously, she was sloshed. They then ask Tyra if she remembers the story with Shandi, and Tyra looks up into the side, showing that she's lying to us. They then ask if she thinks that production should have stopped it. Yeah? Y'all had plenty of people around, and this is the most messed up part. They didn't stop it at all. They let it happen, and besides saying, oh my god, this is horrible, she was raped, they set it up and gaslit her as if it was her fault. They said that she cheated.
We treated Top Model as a documentary.
Oh, shut the heck up. I hate this guy. If I could, and if it was legal, I would be smacking him 20 ways till Sunday. They even called the episode The Girl Who Cheats. Are you kidding me? What the hell are you thinking? Y'all literally filmed a rape, showed it on national TV, and then you say that she cheated? That is the most messed up, diabolical evilness I've ever seen. And everybody on the show is just saying, oh, well, in hindsight, what? Raping somebody is wrong? Everybody's just talking about this as if, you know, oh, she just got a little bit too drunk. Dude, she was blacking in and out. She was too drunk and couldn't give consent. it was a different time because back then I used to do this all the time. I bet that's what he wanted to say, but for legal reasons, he didn't actually say that. Shandi kept saying that she demanded to leave and that they wouldn't let her. We even watched Shandi call her boyfriend.
I can't be with someone that cheated on me.
As I said, she didn't cheat because she couldn't give consent. This is the worst thing to happen to somebody, and then everybody just throws it on the victim. Jesus freaking Christ. Tyra wants to talk about raising women up. Anytime I hear a woman talk about women empowerment or whatever, usually they always do the opposite of that. So as if that wasn't bad enough, let's talk about this lady with a gap in her tooth.
And I see you got a nice little gap right there between your teeth, don't you?
Thank you.
So this is another messed up story. This lady had a gap in her teeth that she loves. She claims so many times that she loves this gap. So they decided to send her to a dentist and see what he had to say about it. But then they had another lady with a little snaggled tooth surgically remove her teeth. So instead of fixing her teeth with braces or anything that would take a little bit, they needed it done now. So they had her front teeth surgically removed so she could get a whole bunch of fake ones just to fix this one tooth to the side. That is some sick crap. We see them digging in, pulling out teeth, all that stuff. Man, what the hell is this? I thought this was just a show about top models, not dentistry for noobs. Tyra and the judges are acting shocked about it, but it was y'all's show. Y'all are 100% guilty. So now back to the gap. They then told her that she'd be able to stay on the show as long as she closed that gap, but if she doesn't, she will be sent home immediately.
Get them teeth done?
All the way.
Then later in another season, they had this lady with a tiny gap, and they thought, oh, let's widen that gap to make you look more unique and not boring. What the hell? So you got rid of one lady's gap, and then in a later season, you widen another lady's gap? What the hell, man?
We'd love to exaggerate that and take you a little bit more to Lauren Hutton.
This is like some next level trolling or something. Like, there's no way that this was an accident. They had to have done it just to screw with her and just to be like, ha ha, you have no gap now. And look at this lady. She has a big, beautiful gap that you could have had if you were never on this show.
I just thought she looked great with the gap between the teeth.
This freaking pisses me off. You know what will calm me down a little? Watching Tyra Banks die in Halloween Resurrection, the movie.
I swear it looks like somebody's running down there. Ready, please. Okay, you got me. Ready?
Oh, yeah. I can just feel the relief. Now that we got that taken care of, we can continue this documentary show. And these people just keep saying, oh, hindsight is 2020, or if we knew what we knew now. But while the show was airing, people knew it was fudged up. So you can't say anything about, oh, it's a product of the times, because I was there back then, and trust me, blackface was still bad. Yeah, they started doing blackface on some of the contestants, and they're like, okay, we got backlash for that, what should we do? And they did it again. And now they're showing a bunch of women get sick that they use for ratings, because they don't feed them, they don't give them water, and they work long ass hours. Oh my God, who would have thought that somebody could have passed out or got seriously injured when we're not feeding them and making them work in extreme heat? Who would have thought?
Kiss my fat ass!
Tyra pretends to teach body positivity, then she says,
If you don't fit the clothes, you don't work.
They start fat shaming a bunch of models who are actually really tiny.
They were very relevant to the time.
And this guy's part of the problem. He pretends to be nice, he has this good old smile, but in fact, inside he is rotten to the core. I don't care how nice you look, that crap doesn't matter when you're a piece of shit.
My name is Whitney, and I'm from Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Look at this beautiful woman. They're saying that's plus size. Where's the fat? Where the heck is her fat? I don't see one little bit of fat on her body. Are you kidding me? That's plus size? God dang, man. There is nothing plus size about that. That skinny, eeny, meeny. How the hell is she a plus model? Can somebody please tell me? Please comment down below like I'm a freaking idiot. Because I am one. And now we're on to this lady who talks about how she felt uncomfortable because this male model kept grabbing her inappropriately and grinding his junk across her. She then asked herself what Tyra would do, and she's like, well, Tyra would stop the shoot and then she would say something and try and get it fixed. So she did just that, and everybody just looked at her like she was wasting their time.
We're here in a professional situation. There are like 50 of us sitting here on set.
Right.
So she's unprofessional for stopping the shoot, yet this dude's professional for grinding his junk on her. I just want to make sure I got this, right? I mean, I work on film. If any dude ever did that to any of my actresses, I would kick them the hell out, no questions asked. I would say, you're getting the heck out of here, you're easily replaced, and then I'd find somebody to replace them like that. These people, however, oh my God, they don't give a crap. They're probably just doing it just to egg her on some more. For all I know, maybe she did have a sexual assault sometime in her life and she wrote that down on her piece of paper and they're like, sexual assault, you say? Well, we'll send her to this country and then have guys grind on her just to get any emotion out of her. Because that's what this show does a lot. They ask you this questionnaire and then they take things based off your past that was really messed up and affected you, and then they have you do something like that. Like this lady, her mom died from being shot, and then they have her as a shot victim on the floor. Are you kidding me? I swear, are you kidding me is the new word I keep saying in this episode. I'm not really a fan of saying that, but anytime I see what they're doing, I'm like, what the heck? What makes you think that y'all can do this to people? Like, I get it. It's a reality TV show. You have to exploit people, but you're hiding it as a way for these women to better their lives, so they are willing to do whatever it takes to get out of the situation they are in. And you're just destroying lives. That's all you're doing. You don't give a crap. Like, at least for 90 Day Fiancé, these people know it's trash reality. Back then, nobody knew this was trash reality. So this situation with this girl, this just proves that you can be surrounded by people and not feel safe or even be safe at all. These people will not save you. In fact, they might let you get raped. And then we're on the last episode where literally it just talks about the fallout. There's not much interesting. They got rid of all the judges. This guy was pissed because he got flowers sent to his house, and then a week later he was fired. And they got rid of all the judges because they're like, oh, this will make the show more exciting because the ratings were dropping down just a little bit. But then after they got rid of them, the ratings took a complete nosedive and they replaced Tyra. That's right, they replaced Tyra on her own show. Haha, screw you, Tyra. That's what you deserve. And it ends off telling us that all the women who won didn't really actually win because no modeling agency would want to use them because they represent the show and not the brand that they're wearing. So, congrats, you won, and you can't do anything.
How do you compare yourself to the other girls out there?
Well, I got a penis and I'm sure half of them do too.
About 80% of the girls that come in here have something negative to say about you.
What the hell, man? What? Why? I didn't do anything. That's messed up, man. I've been nothing but nice to them all. I even bought pizza the other night, and did anybody thank me? No, nobody thanked me once. Probably because they were all bulimic and were throwing up the pizza after I bought it. But you know, it was the thought that counted.
I don't want to cast another black bitch.
What did you think about this show? I feel like personally it didn't go far enough. I feel like there's a lot of good stories that you can tell about Top Model and that they just didn't do it. I felt like this is more of a commercial for the next season of American's Top Model and not a documentary breaking it down. What do y'all think though? Am I wrong? And don't forget, this is Dee-man Johnson III, and I'm proud of you and you're doing a great job no matter what, so always keep it up. Oh, God. I didn't think Tyra would be such a bitch. I don't know. I remember Tyra always being like this role model on her Tyra Banks show, but God, looking at it, I was sure a dumbass back in the day, so live and learn, right? Live and learn. Give me that shit.